The building stood nondescript, almost forgettable. Its bland facade hid a hive of activity within, a fortress of secrets and intelligence. This was the nerve center, the beating heart of national security. Here, behind layers of security, worked individuals entrusted with the nation's safety. Darlene, a seasoned intelligence officer, navigated the sterile corridors with purpose. Her footsteps echoed softly on the polished floor, each stride a testament to her unwavering commitment. Her ID badge, a constant companion, granted her access to areas where even a whisper of the wrong information could have global repercussions. The air thrummed with a silent energy, a palpable tension that permeated every corner. Banks of monitors displayed a constant stream of data, a digital ocean of intelligence reports and encrypted messages. Each room held a different piece of the puzzle, a fragment of information vital to safeguarding the nation. Darlene's world was one of shadows and whispers, of deciphering threats before they materialized. She thrived in the pressure cooker of high-stakes intelligence, her mind a steel trap for details, her resolve unyielding. Darlene's office, though modest, was her sanctuary. Here, amidst stacks of files and glowing screens, she pieced together fragments of information. Intelligence reports, suspect profiles, and intercepted communications formed the battlefield upon which she waged her silent war. Her eyes, sharp and alert, scanned the latest threat assessment. A cyber-terrorist group known as the Serpent's Fang had emerged, their digital fingerprints appearing with alarming frequency. Their motive, unknown. Their target, the nation's critical infrastructure. Each report, each intercepted message, was a piece of the puzzle. Darlene possessed an uncanny ability to connect seemingly disparate data points, to see the patterns where others saw only chaos. Her mind worked tirelessly, analyzing, strategizing, hunting for the thread that would unravel the threat. Hours melted away as Darlene delved deeper into the intelligence. The Serpent's Fang was organized, their methods sophisticated. They moved with a chilling precision, their digital footprints quickly disappearing, leaving behind a trail of chaos. Days blurred into nights. Darlene barely noticed the passage of time, her focus absolute. The Serpent's Fang was a formidable adversary, their digital prowess unmatched. But Darlene was relentless, her determination fueled by the gravity of the situation. She scrutinized the code used in their attacks, recognizing patterns, identifying vulnerabilities. The terrorists were meticulous, but no system was impenetrable. Darlene knew that somewhere, buried within the lines of code, lay the key to stopping them. Sleep was a luxury she couldn't afford. The weight of responsibility pressed down on her, the knowledge that lives hung in the balance. Every keystroke, every analysis brought her closer to understanding the enemy, closer to anticipating their next move. And then, a breakthrough. A seemingly insignificant detail, a single line of code stood out. It was the breadcrumb she had been searching for, a clue that pointed to their next target, the nation's power grid. Urgency surged through Darlene. The threat was no longer theoretical, it was imminent. The Serpent's Fang was poised to strike at the heart of the nation, plunging it into darkness. Darlene wasted no time, her mind already racing ahead, formulating a plan. She gathered her team, a hand-picked group of specialists, each an expert in their field. The air crackled with tension as Darlene laid out the situation, her voice calm and steady despite the urgency in her eyes. Her plan was audacious, a calculated gamble. They would use the Serpent's Fang's arrogance against them, lure them into a trap, a digital honeypot designed to expose their location and neutralize the threat. Every detail was scrutinized, every contingency planned for. Darlene's plan was not simply about stopping the attack, it was about dismantling the Serpent's Fang, ensuring they could never again threaten the nation's security. The atmosphere in the room was electric, a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. Darlene, a steadying presence, commanded the room with quiet authority. Her team, their faces illuminated by the glow of their monitors, worked with a synchronized precision. Lines of code scrolled across screens, a digital ballet of attack and defense. The tension in the room was palpable, the silence broken only by the staccato rhythm of fingers on keyboards. Every member of the team knew the stakes, the potential consequences of failure. Darlene, her eyes darting between screens, coordinated the operation with calm efficiency. Her voice, though soft, cut through the tension, issuing commands, requesting updates. She was the conductor of this digital orchestra, leading them through a symphony of code and strategy. The serpent's fang, blinded by their own arrogance, fell for the trap. The moment of truth arrived, the culmination of countless hours of work, of sleepless nights, and relentless pursuit. The team held their breath, the fate of the nation hanging in the balance. The serpent's fang's attack was neutralized, their digital fortress breached. The team erupted in cheers, relief washing over them, but Darlene remained stoic, her gaze fixed on the screens, knowing that their work was far from over. The digital battlefield was silent, the immediate threat contained, but the war was far from won. Darlene knew that new threats would emerge, new enemies would rise from the shadows. The cycle would continue. As the adrenaline subsided, Darlene felt the weight of her responsibility more acutely than ever. She was the invisible guardian, standing between the nation and those who sought to harm it. Hers was a life of constant vigilance, of facing down threats that most would never even know existed. But Darlene wouldn't have it any other way. She was drawn to the challenge, to the knowledge that her work, though often unseen, was vital. She was the silent protector, the unwavering shield, and she was ready for whatever came next.